Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with Pacific Nut Producer Magazine, reporting to you from Salida, California. I'm here with Mark Jansen, President and CEO of Blue Diamond. They've just had a groundbreaking ceremony for a new state-of-the-art facility here, which I think we heard today that it was going to be the largest facility out there. Could you tell us about it?
Well, first of all, as you can see, we got a head start on the groundbreaking, and so this is not the first dirt that we've moved on site here in Salida, but this will be a 50 million pound almond warehouse that will open in August of 2020. It's the second such facility that we've opened in the last 4 years, and a big driver of that is that we see the almond crop continuing to get larger, and as our growers who deliver everything they grow to us, we need to be prepared to handle that crop in the best possible way. So this is us continuing to invest for larger crops to come.
Now, what's the capacity of this facility?
Yeah, so this warehouse will have 50 million pounds of additional storage space for us on almonds, which represents, for Salida here on site, about a 20% increase in storage capacity. But importantly, and maybe for our growers and for the hullers-shellers in the state, it allows us to handle and receive that crop 25% faster. Because with bigger and bigger almond crops, when we receive 6 million pounds a day here, being able to turn those trucks around quickly is something of great interest and importance, because trucks are scarce and time is scarce during harvest. And so we want to be as respectful as we can of our growers and their partners' times.
Yeah, you know, with I guess the harvesting window for almonds has increased with some of our earlier ripening varieties that are becoming more and more popular. And so I feel like, based on what you talked to us today about, that's going to help with that, kind of facilitating faster turnaround. And you mentioned what's the timeline between the trucks coming in and out and drop off?
Well, we actually, that varies over time, but one of our key metrics for our receiving staff and our facility fast is just that. How quickly are we turning trucks? How many trucks can we get out in a day? And having metrics around how we speed up that turnaround time, because that is such an important time when time is scarce during harvest. We realize that.
Obviously, at Blue Diamond, you're completely invested in the almond industry here in California. Just wanted to get a little bit of your outlook for the future of the industry. I know there's some growers and others may be concerned about how prices may go down due to larger crops, because that's not something that's going to go away. Also, we've got a tariff situation out there where, sorry, it's kind of a loaded question, but a lot to cover.
Yeah, that is. Well, listen, agriculture is never easy. If you're a farmer, you deal with weather and government regulation and all the challenges of the miracle of bringing in a crop each year. In some ways, marketing the crop has increasingly been much like farming the crop. There are new challenges every year that we deal with. A little over a year ago, the trade disputes really kicked into high gear, and we saw disruption in almond markets as a result of that. But the wonderful thing has been, as an industry, we found ways to move the crop, and we're looking at a crop ending handle at very, very low levels. Already, we're running out of many of our varieties, and by us I mean not only Blue Diamond, but we know the industry is short on many key varieties and sizes, and so that shortage just creates some stability in pricing and the crop. And so this coming year crop will be a 2.5 billion pound crop according to the government. As we have growers and employees throughout the Central Valley, we have a pretty good take usually on where the crop is, and we think that government estimate is probably fairly accurate this year. And so it will be a record crop, but probably just big enough to keep up with growing demand around the world. There are 100 countries that Blue Diamond ships to, and so yeah, we've got tariff issues in Turkey and India and China, but our biggest markets are the U.S., they're Europe, and China and India are important markets, but so is the Middle East, and as I mentioned, all those other 100 countries. And so it's going to take a little more work for us to move the crops when there are tariffs, but ultimately we find a way to get it done.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thanks for taking the time. This groundbreaking ceremony today, I think, was a real telltale sign, seeing Blue Diamond expanding for the industry as a whole. It shows your optimism for the industry and the growth. So I think we've got still very good, prosperous times ahead in the almond industry. Read more about these things in Pacific Nut Producer Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.